Have you ever wondered whether Marie Kondo's famous tidying techniques actually work in real life? I know I sure have, and today is the day I'm going to put them to the test. So if you'd like to see what all the fuss is about, then just keep watching. Okay, as you can see, my closet is an absolute disaster. It's been over a year since I've been in there and had a really good declutter and tidy out. So today I'm going to tackle it, but I'm tackling it the Konmari way. If I'm absolutely honest, I haven't followed these techniques before because I found them a little bit rigid and there seems to be quite a few rules and I wasn't really sure whether they would work for me. But I've read the book and I've binge watched the TV series and I've decided to give them a go. And today I'll be sharing the most important parts that you need to know if you'd also like to follow the Konmari process to decluttering your closet and potentially your life. As you can see, I'm in my comfy clothes and I kind of feel like I'm going to war, but after having a good look in my closet, you can probably understand why. Anyway, let's get on with the process. Step one of the Konmari principle is to clear everything out of your closet. Now, I've never done this in the past because I've found it way too overwhelming, but Marie Kondo says that it's a really important part of the process to actually see exactly what you own and potentially shock you into realizing that you don't need as many pieces as you actually have hanging in your closet.
And as you can see here in my closet, I do have too many things. And I also don't have any system to how I have hung things and how I've ordered things in my closet, which just makes it hard to find anything. Yes, this is my lingerie drawer. It is an absolute mess. And in fact, all of my drawers are a mess, and it's little wonder I can't find anything I'm looking for. My walk-in wardrobe has become a storage space for a whole lot of junk, and I desperately need to declutter.
Marie also suggests visualizing the destination. So I am going to try and visualize a nice, tidy, ordered closet and stop thinking about everything I need to do to get to that point. Now, apparently it's important to take absolutely everything out of your closet to give you some perspective on exactly what you own. So let's get started with that process.
Standing outside, waiting for you. Taking time, baby, playing it through.
The other thing that Marie says is not to pack away your seasonal clothes. So, you know how we've always thought that come springtime, it's time to go through our closet and pack away our winter clothes. She doesn't suggest doing that. She suggests that everything in your closet is there for a reason, and it just means that those pieces can be worn trans-seasonally as well, which I think kind of makes sense. So amongst my clothes in my closet, I've also discovered a whole lot of junk that I had just kind of stored away in here and forgotten about. So yeah, and I also found my copy of Marie Kondo's Spark Joy, which is rather ironic that it was stuffed in here as well. But yep, so far this job is really full on. I just had a little coffee break and didn't really feel like coming in here and getting back into it because it's huge and it's overwhelming. These boots here, I don't think I've ever even worn. They're covered in dust. Nope, they have never been worn. That is crazy, and I've probably had them about 4 or 5 years. Crazy. My bags are a complete mess, as you can see. They're just all thrown up here, and Marie's got a really cool way to actually store them. And I've got some more bags and some wrongs stuffed up in here. I've got 2 irons. One doesn't work anymore. Why? I haven't actually moved that out. And I've got bedding in here. We've got a really small linen cupboard, so I've got bedding there and stuffed over here, so I'm sure I can come up with a better plan for that. And a few bags right on the top.
and a hat box, and I'm pretty sure that that's empty. So far this little pile here is the donate pile, which isn't big enough, but as you can see, I have got a truckload of stuff to go through. And it's overwhelming. Look at that mess. Okay, so the next step in the process is picking up every single item and asking yourself if it sparks joy. If it doesn't, it needs to go. Now, this is the part of the process that I suppose has made Marie Kondo the most famous. And it's also the part of the process that I have been dreading the most. The idea of picking up every single piece individually just seems painstaking and overwhelming. But anyway, let's go and see how I get on. I've started with an easy one because this sweater absolutely sparks joy for me, and it's a no-brainer and it's an easy keep. So, yes, it sparks joy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 3 piles. I'm having a keep pile, a donate pile, and a sell pile. I've got lots of clothes that I've been given from fashion brands because of my work, and sometimes I love the clothes, but I just don't get around to wearing them, and I just clearly have too many. Okay, next up, this sweater. It sparks joy. It's a Casey Neistat sweater, and yes, I bought some merch because I think Casey Neistat is awesome. So that is a keeper as well. So there is my keep pile. This one is a brand new sweater, which I've only just recently bought. So that's, again, a no-brainer, and it's a keep. So it goes in the keep pile. These are some stretchy leather leggings that I've had for at least 6 years. They always spark joy when I wear them, and they're something that I can't imagine ever parting with. So they're staying. What else have I got here? This was a mistake. I bought this looking at one of those Instagram ads, and on the ad it looked amazing, and when it arrived, it probably looks better on camera than it actually is, but the fabric is awful and the quality is just not great, and it certainly doesn't spark joy, and it makes me feel bad because I succumbed to one of those ads and it's clearly a fast fashion piece which I really wish I hadn't bought. So this is going to the donate pile, where shall I put the donate pile? Over here. Donate. Now these also are a pair of pants, some sweatpants, and they still have the tags on them. One thing that Marie Kondo says is that it's really important that when you buy something new, you cut off the tags immediately and give it a home. And that way it becomes part of your closet, and you basically need to respect your clothes. She's all about respecting the pieces that you own. Clearly I've shown these pants no respect and they haven't been worn. Do they spark joy? No, they don't, I'm afraid. So these are a donate as well. This cardigan I absolutely love, and I've had it for years and it does spark joy for me, so it's a definite keeper. This sweater I absolutely love, but it hasn't worn well and it's really seen better days, and for that reason it is going on the donate pile.
I was calling out your name with my eyes on the wall. You were running like a ghost from me. You were running from it all. You got me waiting, I'm on fire. You got me waiting, my desire.
This is a piece that I've had for a couple of years, and I actually wear it all the time when I colour my hair at home. So it doesn't completely spark joy for me, but it's really handy and practical. So for that reason, I'm keeping this. think I need a cup of tea. So Marie also says that letting go of physical items also helps to declutter your mind, because owning too many things just causes stress and chaos in your mind, and I can relate to that. Marie also says that we need to thank the pieces that we are saying goodbye to. We need to thank them for their service. It does seem a little strange to do that, but I am going to follow the principles, and so thank you. Thank you, jeans, for your service. You have been great. And now it's time to say goodbye. Thank you. I do think I'm going to have to try on a few things here too though, because I do have some jeans and I'm not sure whether they fit me. So I might just have a little try on session as well, and that will help me decide whether things stay or need to go. Okay, the next step in the process is creating order. And one of the ways that Marie likes to create order is by folding things. Now, she's become famous for her vertical folding, where basically everything stands up, and I'm sure you've seen this before. And this is part of the process that I'm most skeptical about, because I'm not sure whether I'd be able to maintain this on a daily, weekly, regular basis. But I'm definitely going to give it a go and see how I feel about it. She also has a unique way of storing bags and suggests storing up to 2 bags inside a larger bag. That does make sense. It does worry me slightly that I would forget about the bags on the inside, but I will give that a go and see how that looks and feels. She also believes that everything should have a home and everything should be returned to its home when you're finished with it, which does make sense, and that's nothing new, but it's kind of nice to be reminded that that's the way it should be.
While I was reluctant to take everything out of my closet, I now appreciate the value in it, and I think I've taken everything out of here and I've cleaned it, and I have a newfound respect for this space, and I don't want to bring things in here that I'm not going to be wearing and things that are just not going to serve me or spark joy. So while I've decluttered in here in the past, and I've never ever wanted to take everything out because it's just seemed like such a massive task, I can now appreciate the value in doing exactly that, and starting with a clean slate and only bringing pieces back in that truly serve you and that truly make you happy.
Marie also says that once you get rid of things, the amazing pieces that you own tend to stand out more. And I can definitely see that that's going to happen, because my closet just seems so much clearer, and I will definitely be able to see the pieces that I truly love, because everything that's in my closet I do truly love. So I do get a sense of where she's coming from in that respect. Marie also points out that decluttering isn't about trying to create a perfect life. It's about removing some of the stresses in your life, and through doing that you actually simplify your life and create less noise and clutter and confusion. All in all, I think this process has been great. I think the idea of taking absolutely everything out of your wardrobe to start with is really essential. It does make you see exactly what you have, and it sort of shocks you into being able to part with some of those pieces that no longer serve you. I think her folding method looks amazing and it is practical, but for me it just isn't something that I would be able to maintain on a regular basis. So for that reason, I'm not going to be folding my items in the way that Marie suggests us doing that. I just think if I'm being really honest with myself, I just can't keep that up. So I will just fold them and place them in my drawers in the way I always have. And the fact that I've got less pieces now will mean that things are easier to find and easier to keep organized anyway. I also think getting absolutely everything out of your wardrobe makes it really easy for you to have a super critical eye, and it just makes that discarding process so much easier as well. And as I said earlier, I didn't want to take things back into my closet because it looked so clean and there was so much space in there, and I wanted to keep it that way. So that idea of taking everything out to start with meant that it was harder to return things into the closet, which I think is a good thing. It makes that process of parting with pieces so much easier. All in all, I think this process has been really good. It has been an extreme way of shocking me into parting with some pieces that I've hung on to for way too long, and it's just created some order where there was chaos, and I just feel a whole lot better about my closet, and hopefully that will mean that I'll be able to maintain that order and avoid getting into this situation ever again. Anyway, that's it from me today. I think it's time for me to put my feet up and take a well-deserved break after a full-on day of decluttering. So if you enjoyed this video, I would love you to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel for more, and let me know in the comments below whether this video has helped fast track your own future decluttering process. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and I look forward to catching you in the next one. Bye for now.